Hello everybody. Wow, I hit the wrong button on that. Ha ha ha. This is Excalibur, and I am back on the Tyken SMP server. Yay! And I just have to write down. People ask me what channel I'm on. And that's the channel I'm on, as you know, because you're watching the video. Anyway, as I say here, going through the tedium of yet another tree farm, or tree growth, because I need wood. I have realized that it's about time I build myself a tree farm on the server. In the past, I have used wood for the tree farms, and with efficiency axes, you tend to destroy the actual structure. So, I'm going to go to cobblestone and brick. And I don't think we have the newer versions of blocks, andesite and stuff like that. Is it andesite? I can't remember. I haven't played around in the new snapshots, so I do not know. Diorite, andesite, and something else. It's different forms of rock. We will have to see in a later video once this server updates, and I'll have to update my Minecraft. In any case, my goal with this farm is to get lots of wood, and I haven't gotten too much so far. I tend to start from the top of the trees. I plant them in 8x8 as much as possible. A stack of trees grow, and then I get more than my fair share of trees back. But I always try to get exactly the number of saplings or more of the tree that I'm cutting down as I can. Jungle trees, they don't really like to play by those rules because, well, they're dorkalicious. And it takes a little while for me to go through this pile of wood. My friend Esset really said I take care of trees very methodically, and I do. But some server lag going on. You may notice a couple of things. One, that I've got a mini map again, and yes, I have gotten so used to Feed the Beast that I've installed Forge in my client so that I can go ahead and get some mini-map action. I also have this. Inventory tweaks and NEI, so I don't have to worry about forgetting recipes for vanilla items anymore. And cheat mode is off. It's on recipe mode. Whenever I update, I have to be cognizant of that, because it never reads the old config to set the new config for some odd reason. In any case, it's going to get dark here, so we can still do our wood mining until then. And oh boy, we're getting to the end of these branches here. There we go. Whoa. Oh. Yeah, we'll get those. We've got two of these guys that I have to pick up. There's one, there's two. So I have to figure out a place to put this. It's going to be shared by me and Davor. It looks... Let's zoom in. Got a zombie inside? There shouldn't be any zombies. Okay, he's not here. Is he on the... He's downstairs? I didn't dig anywhere down there. Okay. Well, we'll go upstairs anyway. I share the base with Davor, so this wood farm is tree farm is going to be for both he and I. So I need to make it accessible to both of us. And I don't really want to do a sky base in this series. Our goals here are to build my castle and base over here, and across the bridge is going to be Davor's castle over there, and in between we're going to have the shared things like any farms such as this, our mine, and probably a passive mob spawner so we can get more resources, because we're always in need of string, we're in need of gunpowder and ender pearls and the junk like that. We're also in need of XP, so we can set up an XP spawner. Since we have not found any spawners in our caving experiences so far, we are going to need to go ahead and set up some way to get XP going, and I think it can do this. Yay! So it shouldn't be too difficult a job to set up a passive mob spawner up top of our base. And sorry, I was just burping. I've been drinking a lot of carbonated beverage today, and I've got to leave here in about 10 minutes or so. I figured this would be a talky episode while I mine up this wood and then plant the tree farm again. What we're going to be doing is probably finding a place for the tree farm and then working out the materials. Now it's going to be dirt, of course. We're going to have dirt for the trees. It's got to be able to handle 64 total saplings of each wood type. So right now, that's acacia, that's oak, that's birch, jungle, and dark oak, I think, are the new one, are all the types we have now. Let's put that guy there. So we've got a lot of different trees now rather than the four. There's also pine, or spruce as it's called, I believe. So we've got our spruce wood, we've got jungle wood, we've got oak, we've got dark oak, we've got birch, we have acacia. And of course, we have the oak here. So we'll have to see exactly how big it is going to be. And I'm just going to do this here. Let those despawn instead of breaking them, because that way I don't have to run all over the place. Now, leaves will remain spawned in as long as they're within 5 blocks of a log, I think. It's either 5 or 3, one of the two. I think they've got to be attached with leaves all the way back to the log. They can't just float out anywhere. So I could go down along a trunk and get rid of the leaves between the trunk and the exterior leaves. The exterior leaves should theoretically despawn, allow me to pick up anything that it drops. And I believe this is an efficiency. Yep, efficiency 2. That's at least not. That's not too bad of a thing. I'd prefer efficiency 4 or 5 for insta-mining of logs while you're within a haste 2 beacon, but sometimes you can't get what you want. An old saying is, want in one hand and poop in the other. See which one fills up first. To tell you the truth, I never tested that theory because I really didn't want to poop in my hands. That's the long and the short of that. And I will get out of that mode of thought as I work here. So the goal here is to make it difficult for mobs to get up onto the farm. So we're going to need some glowstone or redstone lamps. We've got quite a few of those, so we can use that. I'm going to start with 64 spaces, and it's all going to be oak wood. And we're going to have to limit the growth of the oak wood because, my dear friends, we do not want these huge, gigantic trees. We want the nice 4 and 5 high ones. Oh boy. And that also works for jungle trees too, but jungle trees aren't so bad because they grow straight up and their leaves tend to go in rather predictable patterns. Acacia, those are kind of wonky. They grow at funky angles, so we have to be careful with those. But the oaks are the ones that will cause us the most grief because they tend to get these really tall, super oak, wonky leaves everywhere. And that I just don't want to stand around for and wait to go through. So that's what we're clearing out right now. These are all branches from the tall oaks. We're still at that level. We have about one, maybe two more levels to get down to where all the other saplings are at. And that's not counting the saplings that may have despawned because of how close things are together and how dark it got. So another feature of our tree farm is it has to allow all the trees to grow. Now they don't have to grow at all the same pace, the same height, or anything like that. They just can't go beyond a certain height. Birchwood, no issues whatsoever with birchwood because birchwood tends to grow 4 or 5 high, and that's about it. And now it rains. Welcome to SMP server life. I think it rains on SMP servers so much because of the number of people that's usually on. But I could be wrong. Alrighty, there we go. I also don't want to have trees growing so close to houses because we don't want to take the chance. What the? Oh, okay. I was wondering what was going on. Video was saving in the background for the Feed the Beast series. But anyway, back to what I was saying. We don't want it growing into houses in case leaves break stairs or glass or anything like that. That's just yucky. We don't want any of that happening at all. That's all at all. So we're going to need to stagger it. So I think doing my standard stair deal with stairs around each tree with dirt for the tree to grow on and then slabs for the walkways will work. We can put our glowstone by all the stairs. So what I usually do is like a zigzag pattern that looks somewhat like this. It goes whoop, whoop, over here, and then the tree is in the center. Oh, and mobs can get down on this easy. Oh well. Nah. We run into mobs, we run into mobs. We might want a creeper to blow up here. We can protect ourselves, that's no problem. Alright, so I think we can go down one more level easily enough. And this is the height we want most of our trees to grow to, right here. 4 to 5 logs tall. Because it provides a really nice area to cut down. But as you see, these things here, you will note that the saplings that were right here probably did not grow at all. Not at all. Look at that. So that's a lot of waste. But a farm of this size still gets you more than enough saplings. We almost have 1.5 stacks. At least got 1 stack, which is what I put into it. So we've got a net gain in terms of saplings. That's always a lovely thing to have. If you don't have a sustainable farm, then there's no way you can keep it going for as long as you need it to. And I would much rather have a nice, sustainable farm for as long as I can get. Let's go ahead and throw up some torches. We don't need big baddies showing up anywhere. Oh, and watch this. Pow! We can now throw down an F7 job and light up where we need to get rid of the yellow X's, which is one of my favorite features of it's either inventory tweaks or not enough items, NEI. We can also hit F9 twice and see chunk borders, so we can build on chunks and not have issues with chunk loading, screwing stuff up, or anything like that. Alright. Let's see how much wood we've collected. We're going to have at least 3 stacks of wood, which is always good. And we'll be able to... and it looks like there's even more that didn't grow. I'm a sad panda. On a previous SMP server, straight vanilla, I actually had a tree farm near the desert that we had no issues with stuff growing because I had torches right next to every single tree. And that allowed enough space for saplings to grow and enough light for them to grow. And okay, yeah, we can go down a little more. How lovely is that? So hopefully we won't fall through and get stuck. One of the other problems with these kind of tree farms is sometimes you'll get a gap underneath the leaves where mobs can spawn. And you'll be happily clearing away your tree farm when the next thing you know, boop, you run into a creeper and die. Now, you should be wearing your armor, but still, it's a very unpleasant thing to happen. Good benefits of a nice tree farm is extra food in the form of... woo! Okay, so, as we got space for these trees to grow, they grew. Looky there. Which is another thing, you gotta be careful. You can get caught in a tree and suffocate. Well, that's a tall one. Whoa. So this is generally how I handle tree farms in a non-feed the beast fashion. And to tell you the honest truth, I really like Feed the Beast a lot better than vanilla Minecraft because there's so much you can do. One of the sad things is it's Feed the Beast and there's a lot of stuff that can go wrong in it and cause your game to crash. But there are features that I think Mojang should really invest in adding. One of them is the sorting of inventory. That is something that I generally can't do without because, let me tell you something, being able to sort your stuff is a godsend. Let's see here. Yep, those all didn't grow. Oh, whoa. And that's... Whoa. One of the things that can happen right there. They'll just start growing before you know what's going on, and you can suffocate. Wow. Here we go. It's like the tick rates are all catching up, and then we get these big monster trees. Break that. Chances are we'll get another tree growing up here in a few seconds. You want to watch me die to tree growth? You've tuned into the right show today, folks. And I was going to go get some bone meal to help those saplings grow higher. I've been playing Magic the Gathering so long I wanted to call them saplings. Wowzers. Okay. We almost have all these leaves gone. An entire episode of leaves and me talking. Let's hope that my voice is good enough for people to listen to for that long. And if it's not, I highly apologize for you for wasting your time. Did we get another tree grow? Yep. Another tree grew just as I was cutting this one down. So let's see here. There's that tree. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Let's break those. Here we go. We do not want a tree to grow while we're standing right in the path of where its logs grow. And the reason being You will suffocate within the tree if you're not careful. Alright, let's get these things. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, great. There you go. We got a tree. Sapling. Alright, why don't we go ahead and get some bone meal. And we'll get those guys growing next time. Because I have to leave. So, oh, one more. Until next time, it's Excalibur. Learn to walk in reverse, dude. This is Excalibur. I'm getting out of the line of the trees. Enjoy playing Minecraft. Enjoy playing games. Stay out of the rain. I am out.